overlappers. This is my fruit tree and all the blossoms coming out this year, all wonderfully blossoming. The fruit would be amazing. This is the third year of the star fruit mature tree in my backyard. I want to tell you that we are nature. We are this tree. We are the blossoms. We are the leaves living harmoniously on one branch, on one tree, on one isness. This is a simple life. Go to nature, look at nature. Let nature be nature as it is, everything connected, and live your life this way. It's that simple. There's no arguing, there's no debate here, there's no judgment. It's just a tree, just blossoms, just unique shaped leaves, unique colors of blossoms. Leaves fall off, leaves grow back again. It's just a tree, it's always a tree. It falls in the soil, it decomposes back into the roots. It's all connected. Just want to express this to you today. It's that simple. Just breathe and look at this tree with me now. Look at the blossoms. Look at the birds and look at the bumblebees dancing around here. Pollination. It's just a harmony of song. It's all that's really occurring. Look at the branches, the wonderful blossoms, the colors. Though nothing's the same. There's no cloning here. There's nothing the same. It's all nascent expressions of evolution of life working together. And again, this is how I have healed myself of a stroke, a brain infection, allowing everything to be the oneness as it is. There's no separation. There's no comparison. There is just flow. And just looking at a tree, it's so simple to do. You realize you are nature. We are nature. Each leaf is part of the harmonious activity of this expression of this tree. Working with nature, the sunshine, the water, nothing is more important than the other. It all is one. And that's what oneness means. It's not a mysterious, religious, dogmatic understanding of oneness. This tree is oneness. This grass is oneness. Nothing is more important than the other. It just is the tree. It's grassing. The tree is treeing. The flowers are flowering. The fruit is fruiting. And where overlap is where overlap there. It's not some mysterious wisdom. It's not some deep mystery. It's just the leaves and the branches and the bees buzzing around. And just breathe this in. And don't, in your mind, don't say it's a tree or a leaf. Just look at the leaf and let it be a leaf. Look at the flower, let the flower be a flower. In your perception, your storyline, what you think a flower is, your memories, your beliefs, your ideas create this flower, creates this tree. From a romping through from some young age or an older age, the tree is a tree to you, but ultimately it's just an experience. And that's the way life is. So we're nature. You are nature. And don't get into artificial ideas of being a robot. Anything beyond, any label you put on yourself limits you. Don't try to be anything other than just isness right now. Be in this moment, now as it is, present. In the moment you heal, in the present is the presence of healing. The body bounces again. Inspiration, intuition comes through this oneness. Allowing it to, because you're not arguing with nature, letting nature be as it is. There's a squirrel going across the wall. Oh, I'll turn this camera around. There's a squirrel being a squirrel. Again, it's that simple. It's so simple the mind can't see it. The mind wants to define it, categorize it, label it. It's just nature being nature. And this took me decades to let this go. Trying to understand it so deeply that when you're trying to understand it, you don't see it. The moment you're trying to understand it, you've lost the feeling. You've lost seeing it. This is a tree. It's always just a tree. It's always just nature. Always is. But when I say it, when I'm going to control with my belief of this tree and my definition only to understand feeling and understanding and experiencing. So just let things be as they are. It's not saying I allow this parts of it to be more detrimental, more destructive. I'm seeing nature as it is, and I'm working with nature, accepting nature as it is and learning from it the best I can. Always learning, always unlearning. I'm such a geek. I'm so excited this will all be fruit soon, my star fruit. So I can chat with you now, actually. This was today's live. We are nature. You are nature. It's not a mystery. Don't read 1,000 books, just need to be stopped and recognize, be aware. Everything you need to know right now is this tree. Is just look at this tree and feel the harmony happening here. Allow it to be a tree. Allow yourself to fall into the tree, and you become it. What you become aware of, you are. When you're still enough, you become what you're aware of. You become the experience. You become everything you're looking at. It becomes very natural, very harmonious, very enlightening. More clarity, more depth, more awareness, more consciousness is experienced as yourself. And again, I'm also a geek and I love these blossoms. It'll all be fruit soon also. I'm celebrating this tree. Every moment I'm celebrating. This is the way I've actually traversed a brain infection, a brain injury, a traumatic brain injury, of AIDS and aphasia, depression, this most simple way of being. And it took me decades to allow this to happen in my body and my mind. Let this just be as it is and see the beauty. Just enough every day to allow yourself to ground, because it's a very busy mind out there now in the world. We're seeing the result of war, the result of trying to be nature, trying to control nature, and that's the biggest issue here. That's nature and learn from nature, because we're nature. Live in harmony with nature. Don't control, dominate nature. Tend to nature. Tend to gardening, tend to land, tend to your friends, because they're you, they're a reflection of you. Like if you look at this tree and I say, let the tree be a tree, it's the same in a crowd of people. It's the exact same. Let people be people as they are, and you see that they're all just one group of people, one expression that becomes nature. You're less apt to fight it. You're more apt to embrace it and accept it as it is, as they are, as it is, as all walks of life, all expressions of people are nature, expressing through nature. Let it be. Don't try and control it. What a beautiful squirrel. That's probably Habibi wants. My squirrel wants peanuts. Habibi, Habibi. His name's Habibi, Habibi, the name for friend in Arabic. Are we back live? Hope it's gonna work today. Hope could be done. And this is my day today. I felt inspired to myself to come to this tree and ground myself into this gratitude of the new fruit coming through the leaves. And I felt inspired to share with you the simplicity of this. That life is so simple. We create the complexities. We create everything. We create the complexity and the simplicity. Just slow down. And appreciate nature. Appreciate all we've already created. We have so much stuff, too much stuff. We've been nonstop building, and we stop living, being aware. The more aware we are, the more conscious, I think the more conscious creativity we'll have. More productive, more unifying, accepting creations, societies. Once this last bit of greed is taking over this planet. Once this washes away, once nature washes this away, because nature wants balance, doesn't want control. So I think this situation is just the manifestation of our greed that's been buried inside of ourselves as a species. It needs to be seen and loved, because you have to love everything, see it to love it, which is very tough for our ego. It wants to fight and fight and fight, say, I'm always right, you're wrong. But love wants to love itself in every manifestation. Love it, you see love in it. Separation, judgment, you see the love within it, blooming always, the eternal bloom of love. And yes, I went through decades of AIDS, HIV, suffering, depression, post PTSDs over and over again, watching my husbands, my friends all die. Sorry, we're back on. Saying, no, 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 I don't want that to happen. Manifestations. And I'm sure the brain did this also to me. The aphasia, the infection, the encephalopathy, the brain swelling, which just insanity, craziness. But I can tell you, you are love. We are love. I can tell you that. And I'm trying to point with this tree. Just get out of nature and be still with nature, because nature reminds you who you are. It's not magic. It's just slowing down enough out of the machine, the artificial life we've created with mechanics, with Wi-Fi, with labels, with, governments. All this is just artificial life. We need to bring back the real life, the grounded nature within our next walk on this planet. Create new societies, create new families, new openness, and new ways of being, in which we all live as one and work as one, and celebrate each other with their unique personalities, unique expressions of life, kind of like a bartering system. What you're good at, you can bring to the world. That's your greatest gift, not your money, your wallet. It's your greatest gift you bring from your heart. That's the true monetary system. And again, thanks for subscribing if you do. And no pressure at all. Just if you want to make a notification down below in the bell. Notifications now. It's very important we express our truths and our knowing, because there is a kind of a war going on over the machine and nature, which is causing this friction, this awakening within nature itself to say, come on guys, slow down, don't get so caught up, and stay grateful. It's really important to be grateful at this moment too. When you're grateful, you see more than your judgments, because gratitude is like an open door. It's like lets things flow into you, like, oh great, I'm so glad, I'm grateful for this, this experience, for this full experience. That's gratitude. And because when you're grateful, you're not judging in that moment. It's like inhaling love. It's kind of like inhaling and exhaling. When you're grateful, you're breathing in, and when you exhale, you're expressing your thankfulness, your creativity of oneness. That wasn't a very good explanation, but kind of like that. Certain things don't have any thought involved with them. Like when you appreciate, when you're grateful, you're not thinking about I'm grateful for this leaf. I'm not thinking what color it is. I'm getting cut off and on today. So anyways, yeah, that's why self-love is so healing, because you're being grateful for yourself as you are. You're not wanting to change it. Like I always wanted to change everything before. But when you accept yourself as you are now, fully, over and over again, it's constant practice, because we're so ingrained in self-judgment. We're so ingrained, at least I was so ingrained in self-judgment. Not good enough, I made the wrong choices, blah, blah, blah. Always that way. Afraid of the environment, afraid of life, afraid of not taking the right steps, not saying the right things. I mean, I was paralyzed by fear, and then I had a stroke from it. Probably that's what caused it. When I started loving myself again, I started to flow again. So self-love, love yourself. And through our music, you will find this depth of meaning, this love, this expression, this nature coming through you to tell you, open your heart and soothe you with good songs and good words. We're overlap. Have a great day, okay? Thanks for watching.